Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to take you through all the movies I've watched so far this year. But I'm just going to let you know right now, I am no movie critic. I'm just a normal person who loves movies. I don't know the secrets, or I don't know any of the facts, or any of the cinematography kind of things. I don't know any of that. Then I'm going to rank my top 3. Basically, I'm just going to tell you if they're good or not. That's basically it. I'm also going to tell you like the basic plot line. Okay, we have 20 movies, so I've watched 20 new movies this year. This is only going to be the new movies I watched in cinema. So the first movie I watched was The Menu. This is definitely a must-watch movie. I think everyone should go and watch it. It's basically about these rich people that go to this really famous restaurant out in some random island. The chef is like really famous. I thought the story was very good. There's a few twists and turns you're just like, what is going on here? Yeah, I love this movie. I definitely recommend you go watch it. The next movie I watched was Empire of Light, starring Olivia Colman, I believe. I thought it was only okay. There was a lot of hype around Empire of Light where I'm from anyway. Definitely a bit of a weirder story. It's about a woman working in a cinema who has ADHD basically, or something like that. She has some kind of mental problems. It kind of shows how old cinema works and all that. I thought it was an okay movie. I thought it'd be way better than what it was. Next movie I went to see was called Till. This was about Emmett Till. It was about when Emmett Till basically was talking to this white woman, and this white woman completely lied about what he did. Something really bad happened. It's all about his mother trying to get redemption for that, trying to like let the world know, look what's happening, look what happened to my son, look what they did. And like, it's just all about that, trying to like get the truth out and all that. Fantastic movie, definitely recommend it. It was a bit on the down low. There was no hype around it at all. I think it was just one day me and my girlfriend Emma, we just decided, oh, let's go to cinema, and it was like the only movie out. Yeah, it's a very good movie. The acting's incredible. There's a lot of scenes of torment and scenes of them just being devastated over what happened. Great movie, very tragic movie, very sad movie, but it was real as well. It's something that you probably should go see. Next movie we watched was The Fabelmans. This movie depicts Steven Spielberg's life and like how he got into film and how he got into directing and all that. Great movie, fantastic. I absolutely love this movie. It's really interesting how they made movies like back in the day, and like how they edited some things. Like, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but one scene that really stood out to me was he was making some cowboy movie and there was a lot of shooting, and to get the shooting effect, he poked holes in the film. All these little tricks in this movie, and they show all of them. It's a great film for movie heads, people who love movies. Go watch it, because it shows basically how making movies evolves. It also like goes on about his family and like how he grew up and all that. Next movie is I Want to Dance with Somebody. I actually watched this back in December last year, so it's kind of not this year. I think it was literally like 2 days before 2023 or something like that. This depicts Whitney Houston's life, just like how she got big and all about like her drug problems and her family. Great movie, really nice vibe. I actually really enjoyed it. One thing I said, me and my girlfriend were saying, is that it released basically the same year as Elvis, which I thought was a terrible idea. That movie is never going to be remembered. I always forget that I watched this movie because it came out so close to Elvis. Elvis was a masterpiece, okay? That was definitely the best film of that year, I feel. And obviously that's about a musician, and this is about a musician, all real, all about their lives. I just think the Elvis one was just done better, and it's a bit more interesting, It's a shame it came out so close to Elvis, you know what I mean? Next movie that I watched was The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser. This was definitely one of the most anticipated movies. I seen it everywhere before it came out. It was okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It was definitely very emotional. It was just about a really obese person and how they live. He's like stuck in his house and he's dealing with his family problems and all that. Like, again, another more family kind of issues. It's like based solely in his house, but all these different characters keep coming in, and it's a very good movie. Now it is, and I think, did Brendan Fraser win the Oscar? He deserved it. It was a great redemption. I remember him back in the Journey to the Center of the Earth days. And I didn't really see him much more there, but that performance was absolutely incredible. Another interesting kind of thing to that movie is his fat suit. It's just really interesting seeing all the makeup going into it and like how much he actually had to deal with filming. It's a great movie. It's fantastic. Like, but I expected it to be better because the anticipation was massive. The hype was huge. That's always a massive problem that's going to pop up with movies, is if the anticipation is big, they really need to follow up on that. We can look at Oppenheimer and Barbie now. These are the most anticipated movies of 2023, so they need to deliver, you know what I mean? But yeah, well, great movie. Next up was Puss in Boots 2. This was fantastic. This was a masterpiece, okay? Don't sleep on Puss in Boots 2. Okay, I thought the first one was whatever. It was a cartoon movie, you know, for kids. But this is unbelievable. This is a kid's movie, but like dealing with adult problems. I think that's the best way for me to put it. I don't really want to spoil it much. It's just about an adventure they go on. And like they deal with all these fairy tale characters chasing after this one object. Is basically it, you know. It's a big adventure. It's great. But it all just shows like Puss in Boots dealing with like anxiety and being nervous and the fear. Oh, it's just fantastic, man. You've definitely seen it, you know, the wolf being the evil villain and being basically a hitman. So basically he's being like chased this whole movie. Unfreaking believable movie. People are sleeping on it. Next up we watched Women Talking. I think this got nominated for an Oscar. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible movie. It was about these women in this village. All of them were oppressed and they were like getting beaten up by their husbands and all that. And it's basically all the women trying to figure out a way to get out of this village and just leave, you know. But it was like nerve-wracking because the men ran the village like and all that, and they were just nervous. So it was basically just them planning to get out of it, and it's just unbelievable movie. I definitely recommend it. So this is the last movie I watched this yesterday. No Hard Feelings. What do I think of No Hard Feelings? Very strange plot. It's about a girl, Jennifer Lawrence, who's basically bankrupt. She has no money. She's desperately trying to get money, and this really rich family are looking for someone to help them get their like really shy son out of his shell. Yeah, she does that, and really weird plotline. Hilarious though. It's kind of like the only kind of comedy movie I watched this year. I'm not really too big in the comedies, but I thought she was fantastic. Damn, she took some big risks too, man. She took some big risks. Can't tell you what it is, so I'll spoil it, but I definitely think you should go watch it. The kid as well is absolutely fantastic. Oh, he was really good. He depicted like shyness and anxiety and just being like cringe. He depicted it unbelievably well, you know. Trying to act like that is really hard. What pops into my head anyway is Paul Mescal in Normal People, when he played anxiety and nervousness really well. The other guy did that so well in that movie. I won't spoil it, but the one thing I'll say, Licorice Pizza. If you know, you know. Next movie we watched was The Greatest Days. Don't really have much to say about this, to be honest. 4 or 5 women who are big Take That fans, but it isn't Take That. It's like a fake boy band that they made with Take That songs. Basically what it's about, and it's a nice family fun movie. That's basically it. It's a musical kind of way. There's a lot of singing, a lot of dancing. It's a nice, good vibe, chill vibe. Don't really have much more to say about that. That's basically it. It's good. Bit cringe, made me cringe at times, not gonna lie, it really made me cringe, but you know what, it's funny. Nice and funny. That's all I'll say. Next movie we watched was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm gonna say this really quickly. I feel like a lot of people on YouTube are so dramatic about this movie. I feel anyway. You're so dramatic. They're saying like this ruined cinema and all that. It's like, oh my god, it's not that deep. I thought it was a grand movie. Like, obviously, it doesn't compare to the first 3 Indiana Jones movies. In my opinion, I think it's better of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I hated that movie. I thought this was okay. Again, they're trying to incorporate the Nazis and, you know, these ancient artifacts. That's always what Indiana Jones is about. It's set in, like, 1969, I think. And this German guy is, like, he lost the war, but he knows about this ancient artifact that can, like, you can time travel through time. And, like, he wants to go back to the war and win the war. You know, it sounds stupid, okay? Look, it does sound very stupid, I won't lie. But it is a great film. I really recommend it. I liked it. I loved it. It's not up there with the first 3, but it's better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Next movie I watched was Across the Spider-Verse. I kind of made a mistake doing this. I watched Into the Spider-Verse about 2 or 3 years ago, and I completely forgot about the movie. I went into this movie without rewatching it, and I was kind of like, oh god, I can't remember what happened, you know, in the story. That ruined it for me. It is a fantastic film. Again, like Puss in Boots, the cartoon kind of style is, it's unbelievable. I know well that Across the Spider-Verse is like changing film history. I know it is the way it's being made. It's just about Miles Morales again going through the Spider-Verse. That's all I can say. I don't want to spoil it. That's basically it. I made a mistake doing that. I recommend if you're going to watch Across the Spider-Verse, watch Into the Spider-Verse first. Next movie is Asteroid City, another Wes Anderson film. I thought it was good, very good vibe. I always think Wes Anderson films, the vibe off them is brilliant. It's about this city called Asteroid City. It's a town out in the middle of the desert. Gets visited by an alien. They're in complete lockdown, and it's about all these people like interacting with each other. It's a great movie. I really recommend it. Next up is Little Mermaid. Thought it was fine. I completely forgot I watched it, to be honest. You probably all know the story, Little Mermaid. It's a live action remake. It's good. I thought it was alright. Again, a lot of people were really dramatic, being like, oh, you know, she's a different colour now, and all they're crying about it and all that. I thought it was good, and she could sing really well. Next movie is George Foreman. Fantastic film. His story is so interesting. It's just going through George Foreman, the boxer's life, you know, battling Muhammad Ali and, you know, religion and all that. Great movie. I definitely recommend George Foreman. Bit under the radar. I think it wasn't even in cinemas for that long, to be honest. I seen the ad on YouTube, and that's how I got it. I didn't see any other hype for it. Next movie is Pray for Our Sinners. This was a documentary, an Irish documentary about the laundries back in literally not that long ago. Like, all the women were forced to go into these places and like hand over their babies, and babies were getting murdered and all that. It was tragic. It is absolutely tragic. Pray for Our Sinners. I feel every single Irish person should go watch it because it's a reality check for how bad this country is, I feel, anyway. You know, it's like whenever you watch one of those documentaries about like how animals are treated, you know, like when they're killed, it's like that. It's horrendous. So yeah, I feel every Irish person to watch it. Next movie is Barber. This was another Irish film, probably one of the worst on my list. I didn't like it at all. I'm gonna cut it slack. I'm guessing the budget is obviously nowhere near as much as any of the other movies. It was fine. It was okay, you know. Next movie is Super Mario Bros. If any of you have played Super Mario Bros before, you know the story. Bowser's bad. Save the princess. This is a little bit different. They've gone down the route of Princess Peach is like the one to save everyone. So it's like Mario, Luigi, and Peach trying to stop Bowser instead of Bowser has captured Peach. Mario's going to save the day. Great film. I think the Super Mario Bros was definitely revolutionary for cartoon movies as well. It looked unbelievable. It looked nearly real. I feel like you need to have played the games to understand it because there's so many little Easter eggs that just make you so happy throughout the movie, man. It's just like, oh, it's so cool seeing that. Again, the music as well. The music's all remastered from the games. I love this movie. Definitely go watch it. The next movie I watched was Air. This is about the Air Jordans, the shoes, and how it came to be, and how Nike like got the deal and all that. That's basically all I'll say about it because I don't want to spoil it, but it is up there with one of the best movies I watched this year. It's on Amazon Prime, so I'd recommend, if you have Amazon Prime, go watch it. It's such a good movie. Such a good movie. I loved it. It's such a chill vibe, you know what I mean? It's like it's one of you can just go in and just enjoy it. Like I feel like with Indiana Jones and all that, you kind of have to concentrate when you watch it. This is such a nice, easy watch. It's so good. I absolutely love this film. And now coming into the last movie that I watched this year is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. This movie I completely forgot about, and I don't know why, because I loved it. It is a great movie. I definitely recommend everyone go watch this. It's basically about just some girl growing up. Hey everyone, me from the future here. Just editing this video now and realize how crap my review was of this movie. So yes, it is about a girl growing up, but in better detail. It's about a girl growing up who's just moved to a new neighborhood. The movie is all about religion. It's all about her testing out all these religions, and some of her friends are Jews and Buddhists and Catholics. It's all different, and it's all about her figuring out what religion she is and what is religion and what is God. That's basically what the movie's about. I don't know why I said it's about a girl growing up. Jesus Christ, sorry about that. That's all I'm gonna say. I definitely would rate it. That's all the movies I've watched this year so far. I'm making this because Oppenheimer and Barbie are coming out, and as I've said, they're the most anticipated movies of this year. Got my tickets booked. We're watching both of them on the same day, the day they release. I can't wait. So now I'm gonna give you my top three. Number 3 would be The Whale. My second favorite would be Air, and my number 1, my best movie this year, is Puss in Boots 2. Do not sleep on Puss in Boots 2. If you think you're too old for that movie, watch the movie, okay? It is unbelievable. Go watch it. I promise you'll enjoy it. But yeah, they're my movies for this year. Really hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day. Goodbye.